What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. We don't get matchups like this every week, but when we do, all eyes are focused. A top 10 matchup, playoff expectations becoming a storyline, and the stakes are soaring in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, running back on the move. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on 1st down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. This time he's got it. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Grab behind the line. It's Peoples. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gives him the big stiff arm. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it out with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. RPO complete to open the drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. The screen, and watch out. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They've got it at the 36. It's a first and 10. The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And if you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. On the move. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Off the play fake on first down. Working that left side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's the beauty of run and play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run, and you get to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam and make a big play.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They'll run the toss. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that thing out.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, diving catches always look sweet, but they look even sweeter when it's for a touchdown. That's shades of Desmond Howard back in the day, winning a Heisman Trophy and making catches against Notre Dame. That was unbelievable.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Play of the quarter coming. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the marker. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They go to the ground. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained. And they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
Unleashes it on the run. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays, you want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. LSU will get a first down.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs. And now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the 3rd play of this drive, 3rd down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rushes on him. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. Send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, and you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone, the offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. And made sure that one fell incomplete.
Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete downfield. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the tight end. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Oh, he dropped it. That deep deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Got his man on the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. He's got it. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Wants to throw on first down. Showing off yard. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Peoples. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Gets it out fast. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's Nussmeier. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
That's a first down for the offense.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Clock winding towards zero. They'll get one more snap off. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to let it go. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Grabbed over the middle. It's Durham. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
After that last completion, it's second down. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Durham. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Offense gets set for second down. Give to the running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up